Okay, I'll call the meeting to order. Everyone is present, members of council, aside from Councillor Tonio, who's on a personal leave this evening. And we also have present our CAO, Mark Evans, the Director of People Culture, Michelle, Director of IT, Sean, Director of Legislative Services, Laura Moy, and our Deputy Clerk, Jennifer Alexander. So I believe we'll do a land acknowledgement. Oh no, that was read out earlier at the public council meeting. So we will be able to move on from item C to D. Are there any disclosure pecuniary interest declared by members of council on an item presented in the agenda? I don't see any, so that'll be duly noted. There are no delegations tonight for the committee. And there are also no communications items presented to the committee. We will move on to item G, reports, CAO, compensation and salary administration policy. And I will call upon Michelle to summarize the report and recommendation.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor, and thank you, members of council. So as you may recall, the 2021 compensation review report highlighted a number of recommendations, including the requirement to update and amend the compensation and salary administration policy. That is to address the outputs of the review. This report was approved by council last October, and accordingly, the purpose of this report is to present the amended policy as an attachment. So in addition, though, to the amendments highlighted by the report, the policy was also amended to incorporate appropriate definitions, streamline some of the language, and clarify specific processes related to things like performance management process, as well as the periodic evaluation timelines. So some of the primary highlights include amendments that incorporate language that speaks to fair and equitable compensation, the amendments clarifying the processes for step advancement within the salary grid, provisional economic adjustments, and performance evaluation processes and deferments. And also it incorporates, as stipulated by the report, the town of Tecumseh's compensation philosophy that has also been included, and that's aligned with the 60th percentile of comparator organizations. Periodic evaluation of our compensation structures have been established at 3 to 5 years, commencing in the first quarter of this year, 2022. In addition, you'll see at the end of the policy, Schedule 1 of the policy has also been updated with the relevant job titles and levels of all non-union job classifications. So in conclusion, administration is recommending that the compensation and salary administration policy number 67 appended to this report be approved. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Are there any questions from members of council for Michelle on the report? Councillor Dowie.
Thank you, Chair, and through to Michelle. Thank you for the report. And I understand that actually this is a pretty forward-thinking report. So I thank you for bringing it forward. As I think we always seem to be playing a bit of catch up, and even though the intent is there to establish these terms, having it entrenched in our policy like this is a good way to keep up as we go, and ensure that we have the tools that we need to get the brightest and best here at the municipality. So I want to thank you for the content and appreciate you bringing it forward today.
Thank you.
Mayor McNamara.
Thank you very much, Chair. And I couldn't have said it any better, Councillor Dowie. So I'm prepared to move the report as presented by Ms. Bonici.
Okay, moved by Mayor McNamara, supported by Councillor Jobin. Any other questions? All in favor? Opposed? And that carries. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you.
That now takes care of that. Now we need to have a motion to move into closed session. Moved by Councillor Altenhoff, supported by Councillor Houston. All in favor? Opposed, and that carries. So I believe there is a a Zoom link that Laura will provide in the chat box, I think.
Yes, just to be clear, Your Chair, the motion to move into camera is in accordance with the Municipal Act Section 232B, and we're looking for a motion to be carried.
Okay, so we'll have a mover. Councillor
do.
Jovan?
Sorry, we do have a mover, Councillor Altonoff and Councillor Houston. We just need to call the question on the motion.
Okay, all in favor? Opposed? That carries. Okay, so now again, just look into the chat box. I see it right now, and we'll continue with our closed session. Thank you.